corner. They're kind of hidden by some trees. We can actually see a Maasai giraffe hanging out in those trees over there.
What's that? Right there. Oh,
We'll
giraffe.
be able to see some a little better coming up ahead here. But first things first, we're going to see those Hartman's mountain zebras. Now, one way to tell if a zebra is black with white stripes or white with black stripes, simply look at their nose. The nose on that Hartman's mountain zebra is black, so they are black with white stripes. If they were the other way around, their nose would be closer to a pinkish color. If anyone has any cats at home with a pink nose, it's actually very similar to that color, just a little bit lighter. And a group of zebras together is called a dazzle. I think they're pretty dazzling.
So every time you come
The
with
pattern of their stripes might look the same to us, with them being wider apart towards their back end and closer together towards their face, but actually no two zebra will be the same. Their stripes are as unique to them as our fingerprints are to us, and that's how they tell each other apart. Now coming up on the left-hand side in the den, we're going to see some African wild dogs or African painted dogs. Now they get that painted dog name from the pattern on their fur that almost looks like it's been painted on. Some people think they're related to domesticated dogs that we might see at home, but that is definitely not true. They are not even in the same family. The African painted dog is actually the most successful predator in Africa, with an 80 to 90% success rate. How they'll achieve that is they'll hunt as a pack and conserve their energy to quite literally outrun their prey.
Look at that giraffe.
Now on this left-hand side back there, we're going to see some sable antelopes. Now the sable antelope is going to use their horns that are pointed towards their back. That's going to help deter any predators away from them.
Sorry it's bouncing so much, everybody.
Now zebras are related to horses, but they're not going to neigh or whinny like we're used to hearing. They're actually going to make more of a
Good morning, everybody.
Communicating with each other. Let's see if we can get any closer to these giraffes up ahead.
Yep.
Now, giraffes are the tallest land mammal in the world, so they are pretty hard to miss. They're going to be about 18 to 20 feet tall when they're fully grown. Now, when they're first born, they're about 6 feet tall and walking within that first hour of life. And giraffes are going to give birth standing up, so when those babies are born, they have about a 6-foot drop to the ground, so they quite literally hit the ground running. For any pity laughter, I'll be here all week. Now giraffes can walk at a whopping 10 miles per hour and run about 35 miles per hour with those long, long legs of theirs.
They're beautiful.
And giraffes are going to spend most of their day standing, around 16 to 20 hours of it. They're actually going to spend most of that day eating. Now just like cows, they have multiple stomachs. That's going to allow them to keep eating throughout the day. And they have that prehensile tongue, just like their cousin the okapi. And that basically means that their tongue is long and sticky to grab their food. But the giraffe's tongue is a blackish purplish color, and that's going to actually help protect it in the sunlight. Because of how often they're eating throughout the day, if their tongues were pink like ours, it would be very sunburned all the time, and that's no fun for anybody.
Look at them.
Up ahead on the right, we can also see some wildebeest, but in that very right corner, we can actually see some elands. Now, elands are the largest type of antelope. They were that grayish tan antelope with the spiral-shaped horns. The males are actually going to use those horns to create a flower crown in them to impress the females during their mating season.
Good morning,
wildebeest
everybody.
have one of the largest migrations of any land mammals. About 1.5 million of them travel anywhere from 500 to 1,000 miles during that migration period. Kind of on our right-hand side, we're going to see some very small tan and white antelopes. These are springboks directly ahead of us. Now, springboks are small but mighty. They can actually jump about 6 feet in the air and 13 feet
Wildebeest. Hold on. Very bumpy. Sorry, guys.
When they're jumping around, it is called crocking, and it's just about the cutest thing you'll ever see.
Steps on the gas. there.
And I think we can see an African elephant all the way back there on that right-hand side. They might be a little hard to see back there.
Will we see the baby? Maybe?
Now I can tell that those are African elephants because one, we are in Africa. That does help. Two, if we were to look at their massive ears, if they were an Asian or Indian, a little shorter, and they'd also be a little smaller in size. Now it's hard to see from here, but those massive ears of theirs are pretty textured. Those are actually veins and blood vessels we can see through their ears. So when they're flapping their ears back and forth, they're not trying to fly away like Dumbo. They're actually cooling off their body temperature by about 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving their ears gets the blood flowing, and that's going to allow them to regulate their body temperature. We are about halfway through our safari today. Is everybody having fun? Amazing. Let's see if we can find any more elephants in the area. Now on either side of us we're going to be passing by some red clay. This is a wonderful sign that we're going to see some elephants around here. Elephants are going to take their tusks and dig at the red clay to eat it as a snack. And you can see some tusk marks coming up on the right. Now when the elephants eat that clay, it's going to do the same thing to them as a vitamin supplement would do for us. So if we all take our vitamins,
Zoom in,
we'll
guys.
be as strong as elephants. We don't need to Google it, that is how it works. Now I know I threw out the word prehensile about the okapi and the giraffe's tongue. We can actually use that word to
one
describe
walking
an
at us.
elephant's trunk because that word means finger-like. And elephants are going to use their trunks to grab things that they need throughout the day, such as their food, and they're going to eat around 300 pounds.
Can't stop shaking. I'm sorry, guys.
They can also grab dirt or sand to throw on their backs, and it's going to help protect their skin from the sun. Because the mud, dirt, or sand will act as a natural sunblock for the animals out here in Africa. So a lot of them will use it to protect their skin.
Look at
On the
that.
inside of their trunk, they have about 40,000 muscles in there, so they're powerful enough to take down an entire tree just using their trunks.
Conference call in 1 ear.
And it's usually just to get some food. Also inside their trunk, they can hold about 5 gallons of water at a time. They'll either drink that water or bathe themselves with that water. We definitely have a better look at how textured their ears are from here as well. Now in Africa, elephant pregnancy is going to last around 22 to 23 months. And when they're fully grown, they're going to be well over 10,000 pounds, making them the world's largest land mammal.
Okay. Look at how pretty they are.
Now, down here on the left, we're going to see the greater flamingo. Greater flamingos are the largest and lightest pink
I
flamingos.
see the
in
Mickey on the island.
They
Oh,
don't
look,
get
he's
that famous
he's
pink
feeding
color
them.
until they're about 2 years
Look
old.
at him go.
When they're first hatched, they are more of a gray color. They're going to get that pink color from their diet of brine shrimps and other algae.
Good morning.
A few more elephants hanging out back there by those rocks on that left-hand side.
Oh yeah, there's elephants back there by the tree. He's working.
Like I said, it does seem like we're in a bit of a giraffic gym. I do thank y'all for your patience.
No, we don't mind at all.
Now, a group of flamingos together is called a flamboyance, and they're also referred to as filter feeders. So essentially, they are going to stick their entire head
Congratulations,
in the water to
Tina.
grab their food. When they
so
pop
happy
up
for you.
again, they don't need to open their beaks necessarily to let that water out. It simply filters through, leaving the food inside for them.
So happy for you. Look at how beautiful the sky is. Hey, look in the mirror. I'm right there. I'm in the mirror.
I don't see it.
Have you ever mirror?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's more. I see the elephants.
Now here on our left-hand side is a mud pit. That is a good sign that we might see some rhinos around here. Now rhinos are going to roll around in the mud to help protect their skin. It's also going to help keep them cool from the sun. So kids, this summer when it's super hot outside, and I'm going to interrupt myself because there's some ostriches here on the right.
Oh, look, it's running at us.
Now ostriches are the largest bird in the world. They're going to be about 8 to 10 feet tall when they're fully grown. They have wings, but they cannot fly. They're going to use those wings to help balance themselves when they're running. Now coming through here, we have entered cheetah territory. On that left-hand side, we can see that
look at
cheetah walking
him.
pretty close to us up there.
Oh, wow.
Look at that guy.
Cheetahs can actually
Okay.
go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about
Look at them
3
both.
seconds. Now they can't really maintain that 60 miles per hour for that long.
Oh,
Usually
dang
they'll
it.
up 2 to 3 American football fields. But they're going to use that tail of theirs that's curved at the bottom to help steer themselves or balance themselves when they're running. Now, unlike other big cats, cheetahs are going to do most of their hunting during the day. That is because their night vision is
Yeah, look at
not
him.
the best.
Yeah.
Also, around their eyes is a black color that's going
They're
to
up in the woods.
their eyes in the sunlight. And they can see their prey from about 3 miles away during the daytime, so it is much more beneficial for them.
I feel like I'm in a real life Jurassic Park.
This one strikes
Now, as I was
us.
saying before about that mud pit,
Kind of spooky though. Did you watch Jurassic Park?
This summer, when it's super hot outside, you need a way to cool
I have seen the lion up
in
there.
the mud like the rhinos and go right back inside.
Are you? Yes, I have seen that before.
Hopefully.
Hello, where
Here
are
on the
you?
left is what's called a copy rock formation. Certain predators are going to use these rocks to get a higher vantage point of their prey. Now, the predators found around here are most active during dawn and dusk. So I am hoping that we'll see someone up there, but I can't guarantee it. I'm pretty sure we're going to see some rhinos up ahead because I'm also pretty sure that they're standing in the middle of the road in front of one of our trucks.
What
So
did-
we should be getting back on the move here pretty soon to see those beautiful rhinos.
Good morning. Hey everybody. I'm trying to be respectful of others and not talk so much. But look how beautiful it is out today.
Let's see if we can go on the laughing.
This is little hint, hint, wink, wink of the animals that we might get to see up here in Kobe Rocks. Pride Rock in the Lion King is considered a Kobe Rock
I don't
formation.
know why. We'll probably stop because there's an animal doing something
Yes.
to block us.
And it looks like we're off like a herd of
We
turtles.
listened into the whole
What you missed on your thing was, I know which one was the Christmas story. Okay, thank you, Lisa.
It's really cool. We had fun with that last night.
I think there were
Now
two
we're
I
still going to
missed.
see some more of those ostriches up ahead.
Okay, you guys do all the talking. Love you.
In this little clearing over here, there's a green truck in that corner. They like to hang out by that truck because they know it needs snacks. But all the ostriches we saw were females, and the way that I could tell this is they had gray feathers. The males are going to have almost pitch black
No, I see what you see.
Now the lions over here are going to be a little hard to see because they are laying down on this hill, but they're kind of right in the center on the very end over here. Now lions are going to spend a good portion of their day sleeping or resting. They are primarily a nocturnal animal.
There's an
I do. There's this
lion.
right there. There's the
They're going to
hat.
do most of their hunting at night. Most of their
Yeah,
hunting
right there.
is
You
done
can
by
see the
night.
hidden
This
dot.
one, this one.
And the
Yes.
males are gonna
Okay,
stay
that
right
rock right there is a hidden Donald Duck.
Good job.
Now that famous
for
roar
sharing.
of theirs can be heard from about 5 miles
There's a
away.
lion up there. I see the lion right there. You guys see it? Right there.
When Disney was in the process of creating the live-action Lion King, the animators came to Animal Kingdom to draw inspiration.
Well, if you look at the title of the video, I did not put Disney. I left it as looks like it's savings and budgeting. I think it was the word Disney that brought the trolls on. But right there is a rhino. I think that's a rhino.
What do you see?
Rhino right here.
Over here on the
Oh, yeah.
left.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I kept the title Savings and Budgeting.
They're going to be right past these rocks here.
Look at the warthogs right
Warthogs are the
there.
largest burrowing animal in the world. They're going to
Look
use
at the
their snouts that are
warthogs.
shaped like shovels
Pumbaa.
to burrow themselves to stay away from predators.
Look at these guys.
Beautiful white rhinos over here.
Look
Now,
at
white rhinos
them.
are much larger than their cousin, the black rhino. They're going to be around 4,000 to 5,000 pounds.
Oh man.
While the black rhino is only around 3,000.
What's happening, dude?
I say only 2,000 pounds, like that isn't a lot, but you know what I mean.
Sitting in the mud. He's got a lot.
He's got dirty butt.
Actually get their name from their original name, white rhino. White meaning
Look at
wide
everybody
for
coming
wide
behind
snouts in
us.
Afrikaans language. White was originally spelled W-I-T, but pronounced with that V sound. So through the years, white turned to white through a giant.
It smells so good in here.
Now, some of you might have seen those ostrich eggs over there on that right-hand side.
I did.
They're going to be around 3 pounds each, and the shells on them are strong enough to withstand the force of a full-grown human standing right on top of them without even breaking. That is not me suggesting to go out there and stand on an ostrich egg if I were you. Unless you want to do like a very angry ostrich mama, and while she can't fly, she can run at about 30 miles an hour, so I don't recommend that at all. Through here we have entered the Magadi Glen, and we're going to be passing by our warden's post, where we can see the Nigerian dwarf goats that have taken over the camp. And the car. Don't tell my boss. Nigerian dwarf goats are a domesticated dairy goat.
Oh, they're
Farmers will have them
sleeping.
as a way to sell milk
They're
or
over
cheese.
here.
So sometimes in the grocery store, if you get goat's milk or goat's cheese, it could be from a Nigerian dwarf goat. The ones that you see over here are pretty much all fully grown. They're only going to be about 2 to 3 feet tall.
I had goats that
They
look
like
just
to
like
spend a
that.
good portion of their day just laying around, relaxing, and eating.
There's another one in the bush.
Especially eating. Now through here, unfortunately,
gosh.
does mean the end of your safari. But I still got a little more time before I take y'all back to that farm, to the dock that I picked y'all up from. And also, right outside of our exit is the entrance to Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Once you head down that ramp to the left, you'll be in Gorilla Falls already. And on that right-hand side, that's where it'll take you back to the village and to these over parking areas.
Alright guys, I'm just
If I
going
have
to
any
cut the video
wilderness
off from
explorers
the
on my
car.
truck, you are
I want
on
to say
the
thank you for
Simba
joining me.
line. That is
And
Simba
I
with
will
the
see you
lion
guys
on
all in the
front.
next
The
video.
number. And that's the code that you need for that wilderness explorer.
Thank you guys. I love you.
Just gotta make our way through this area. Back on our way here.
We're heading to Magic Kingdom after this, so I'm sure I'm going to go live again. And let me tell you something, this park is not crowded. See you in the next one. Love yous. Bye.